They say that one of the great keys to success as an entrepreneur is to be able to identify a problem that needs solving and then solving it. And that certainly describes HWI Industries, a family-owned business that discovered a niche in rooms that weren't clean enough. Now, we're not talking maid service here. We're talking ultra clean rooms of the kind used in medical research and semiconductor manufacturing. Even better, it's the story of a boomerang, of a Pittsburgh native who brought a new business idea home and grew it into a national business right here. Derek Haddad is president of HWI Industries, and welcome. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I was amazed in doing the background for this segment about how many applications there are for clean room technology in all sorts of industries.
Yes, we were talking earlier about the fact that we have active projects in pharmaceutical manufacturing, sterile compounding for hospital pharmacies, semiconductor, medical device, aviation, aerospace, any kind of injection molding companies. Yeah, there's 8 to 9 industries right now we're already servicing. Wow,
that's amazing. Now, and as I understand it, you came back here more for personal and family reasons and then decided to start the business?
I met my wife in San Francisco. I was working out in the Silicon Valley area, and she enticed me to come back to Pittsburgh. We decided it was a better place to raise our children than in San Francisco.
Okay.
No knock on San Francisco. I love San Francisco, but
wonderful city, but you're right about the family
but
piece.
With 3 young children, it was better to come back to Pittsburgh. And with the hospital sector here and the life science sector here, the booming biotech industry in Pittsburgh and New Jersey and New York, the Northeast seemed to be a better place for what we were doing.
Now, you were in the semiconductor industry before, though,
yes,
right?
Yes, I was working for contractors and manufacturers in San Jose, the Silicon Valley sector, Santa Clara, doing work at Intel, Applied Materials, Hewlett-Packard. I spent a couple of years out at Lawrence Livermore Lab doing a Department of Energy project called the NIF facility, and it was basically semiconductor clean room. We discovered relatively quickly that there weren't really any good life science, pharmaceutical, biotech, aseptic style clean rooms available in the marketplace, and most of the semiconductor manufacturing companies were cannibalizing semiconductor systems, which aren't really aseptic. They're more electrostatic dissipative kind of systems, not sterile and clean.
Okay, aseptic means truly sterile.
Truly sterile, homogeneous, seamless,
okay, yeah.
Cleanable, resistant and resilient to aggressive sanitizing agents, not necessarily static dissipative. Those are really the two differences between the two industries. And with capital expenditures back in the turn of the century, were heavily weighted toward life sciences. We decided to gear our new company toward that, and that's where we are today.
So really just saw an opportunity in an industry that wasn't being served.
We were just following the capital, following the VC money, following capital expenditures. In the process of designing a modular aseptic wall system for the life sciences industry, we got hit over the head with a new mandate called USP 797, which is a federal mandate that requires all sterile compounding to be done in clean room environments. Okay. Basically, every hospital that you go to has a pharmacy, usually on the basement floor, where they're doing sterile preparations, IV, TPN, chemo, and every hospital now in the nation basically is out of compliance if they don't meet USP 797.
So that's an opportunity.
It was an opportunity where we had to come in and be able to do turnkey design-build clean rooms directly for hospitals. And the trick in that is retrofitting this environment into an existing facility. They don't have a lot of real estate to offer, so they have an existing 200 square foot space that needs to be renovated.
So you come to Pittsburgh to do this. You have to raise a lot of capital and whatever to get a business like this off the ground.
We started the company with $25,000.
Wow!
And we were naive enough to think we could make it. And if we
that's just 5 years ago, right?
Yeah, if we had probably been, if I had an MBA and I was a sophisticated businessman, I would have laughed at myself in the mirror and said, why even try to get started with that amount of capital? Go seek capital. But we just persevered. We worked hard, and it took a couple years. We had a year there in the middle of it all to where there was really no revenue. It was R&D. It was going back to the drawing board and figuring out how do we do this. And we went from an OEM manufacturer of a wall system to a construction company that did design, build, consultation, and construction, because we figured we had to be more flexible if we're going to generate the kind of revenue we need to be able to stay alive as a company. And here we are 5 years later now, opening up a division of the company, focusing on product development and distribution, because now we have the revenue in place and the distribution network and sales and marketing team in place to be able to sell OEM products.
That's really cool. And selling it all over the country at this point.
Well, yeah, we actually have 2 nationwide distribution contracts. One's with Sabic, who is a Saudi Arabian business. I can't even tell you what the acronym stands for, but no, I'm sorry, it's Saudi Arabian Basic Industries Corporation,
okay.
And they just purchased last year GE Polymer Shapes, so it's basically GE. But we picked up a network of about 62 branches that have sales reps that are promoting our product nationwide through the formerly known GE. So it's no overhead to us, which is good, and we have now a sales rep and exposure with a highly recognized brand
Sure.
of GE. And then we have another relationship with Amerinet, who's a local Warrendale-based Pittsburgh company, who's a GPO, a group purchasing organization, and they have hundreds of reps nationwide that's distributing our products.
Really exciting. It's such a cool story.
It is.
Not everybody needs a clean room, but if they do, how do they find you?
They can go to our website at www.HWICleanrooms.com. That's cleanrooms is plural with an S, one word.
Okay.
We're locally here in the South Side. We've got a brand new office down by the Steelers facility. Come see us, and we're waiting to see you.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. Derek Haddad from HWI Industries.
Thank you very
Thanks
much.
so
You got
Appreciate
it. Take care.
And we'll be back in a minute with more of our region's business. Stay with us.